Move over crochet hooks because your girl's got a sewing machine. I have been the busy little sewist and I want to show you what I made. As you saw from the beginning, I made that cute little bird. It is based off a book that I read, Where the Crawdads Sing, and that is a seagull, and I can't wait to make more. But something else I've been making that I'm super excited about, it is this. These are journals. Now, my daughter picked this fabric, and then look at that fancy stitching. Your girl's getting fancy. I mean, what's a sewing machine with fancy stitches if you don't use them, right? And then I had this ribbon, which is Pokemon ribbon, and she's already been using this. She's making pictures. Oh, crazy kid. Look at that. So, yes, so she has a journal for school and then she has a journal for fun. And the one with the Pokemon is the one that's for fun. And then I also made her this one. It also is the same fabrics. And I gave her this ribbon instead. I did make it a little, oh no, it's upside down. Oh, I put it in backwards. So part of sewing is learning all these things. So I had accidentally, when I was laying it all out and everything, I had accidentally put it at the bottom. And I was like, well, she could just use it up. That's fine. Same way. So this is her school one. As you can see, she's got her spelling words going on right here. And this is the inside of it. And I did fancy stitching here too. I had made a mistake. I thought I was doing something wrong, so I changed it. I had to stop or something. And then I didn't even do the other side. And then look at the fancy stitching I did there. Oh, these are so much fun. Now, these are the books that you can get at Dollar Tree. So let me just take it out. These are what I found at the Dollar Tree. So it's just a basic 100 sheets composition notebook, and you saw what they look like on the inside. It's the lined. So you can get those at the Dollar Tree. So I got a bunch of those books. And then I decided to make one for myself. So here is mine. I chose this fabric, and I believe this is called grunge. With a grunge fabric, you can use either side, which I found interesting. If you wanted the lighter side, you use the other side. And if you want the more marbled look, then you use this side. So that is what I chose for this one. And then my inside is that more darker, brighter color. I did use a decorative stitch, but you can't see it because my threading was too similar. That is why I decided to go with black on this one so that you could see it. So I made this one, and again, I did decorative stitches on the inside. I was playing around with what I might like, and then I did hearts. I don't know if you can tell. I did heart stitches back there and on the back. And then I gave myself ribbon. I put it in correctly this time. So that is that one. And I had more fabric, so I made another one. And I did hearts for this one too. And I did everything the same, except I didn't give myself inside decorative stitches here or here. So that was it. So I made that one. And this is the absolute first one I made, and my stitching was off because I was borrowing a machine that was already in the store, and I couldn't find my right gauge seam allowance. And so this one ended up being too big. And so this was the absolute first one I made, and I did not use any decorative stitches, and I went home and practiced, and that is what I got. Whenever I learn something new with a sewing machine, I do it over and over and over and over so that I don't forget. That is the same thing I did with my project bags. I first made project bags and I made it like 10 times so that I had that ingrained in my brain because I am beginning to sew. This is my absolute first project, so I'm really excited. The next one, I had the most amazing teacher. I learned it in a sewing class at my local sewing shop. And look at what I made. I have to back up. I made pillowcases, but that fabric is gorgeous, and I learned to do French seams. I did the burrito method thing. And so it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me show you that. Anyways, yeah, so I made this beautiful fabric and I can't wait to make more. So this one I had a thin strip, and this one I made a thicker strip so that I can tell my pillow from my honey's pillow. Yeah, because he always takes my pillow, and now I can recognize it quickly. I know this one's mine because it has the big stripe. So I made these pillowcases, and I just love this fabric. And these make excellent presents. I mean, you can't get pretty sheets, fancy pillowcases. They're pretty pricey. They're at least $12 each. And I can make these, and I can pick my own fabric, and I can pick my own colors. And I just fell in love with these. So I was waiting to show you. I'm so excited. That is what I've been working on. My daughter immediately wanted her own bird. And I had tried to make a shirt for her, and I put that in my first sewing projects video. I will try to link that right here. But so it was in my book. It was in Where the Crawdads Sing book. I made some projects based off that book, and that is where I made this bird. Well, my daughter saw this and she loved it. And so she wants one in her room. And so I had tried to make her a shirt out of this fabric. This is another fabric she picked. And so I cut out my pieces. So I got all my pieces, and the underside will be blue. So it'll be like a little patriotic bird, red, white, and blue. So she's excited. I cut out all my pieces, and all you need is a little bit of felt for the beak, and it is so simple. And not to mention stuffing, which any amigurumi crocheter will have in stock. So those are some projects I've been working on. I also have started my first quilt, and I couldn't believe how easy it was, but I think it has to do with the machine I'm using. It makes sewing a dream and makes me look good. But this is the quilt. It's got a little bit of a glare. This is the quilt design. So I will be making this, and I've already started my squares. I barely learned to do this on three days ago, and these are my first squares. This is my absolute first one. I'm so amazed. I can't believe I did that. So I made my first square. I learned how to make that star looking thing. I don't know what you call it, but I learned. And then while I was there, I made another one. And another one. And with each one, I'm getting a little better. The only problem I have is like, which way am I supposed to iron these again? That is what I keep forgetting. Like when you go to press it, which way am I supposed to press it to where they line up and I can have those? That's where I get confused. But, oh, I just noticed these look similar, but they're not. I love that one. I think that's my favorite. I love those colors. Okay, so it's going to be a little manly quilt. Because these colors were all beiges and very dark colors, I decided to make it a little manly. So I chose blue and some other colors to go with this. Let me show you. I'm so excited. This is the fabric I chose to go in the back of my quilt. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Both sides are going to be gorgeous. So I chose this and I chose these as my two borders. Oh, aren't those so pretty? Oh, I can't wait to see them. So I've been sewing a little bit every day and I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you some more sewing things, and not to mention how sewing can help you in your crochet too. But this is Friday Sew. So every Friday I hope to show you something I have sewn, and I can't wait to show you more. So thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.